What is going on, everybody? It is your boy DJWars22, and in today's video we're going to be talking about Path to Diablo. I'm going to show you all the gear that I've had, and we're just going to be talking about how it's gone so far 2 weeks into the ladder. All right, so very quickly, I'm just going to show you what I've been using. Now, this is not the best character ever. It is level 86. I pretty much only do cows with this Amazon. That is the main goal with her. So the resistance are very bad, and I know that. I'm aware of that. You don't need a lot of resistance, especially for cows. I think I found about 7 high runes so far, burrs, a jaw, several sirs, etc. So it's working out really nicely for us, and we're using titans right here. Now I have corrupted these, of course, with Path of Diablo. They have this amazing end game feature where you can corrupt an item one time. It's like a gamble system. You can either make it better, it's going to become CNC, which means no change, or it's going to become straight dog shit. These ended up adding maximum damage based on character level, so I have 86 to maximum damage based on my character level, and it is awesome. It's like an extra 400 life, or excuse me, 400 damage. We're rocking a Shaco corrupt. Nothing really happened there too much. Put the perfect topaz in there, and speaking of that, actually our magic find is 210, which I'm not really going for the magic find. I'm going for high runes. We have an enigma. I have created my own enigma. This is not the one that I created. Self-found with 2 sirs and a jaw, and it happened all within like 4 hours. I got super lucky one day. Anyways, that was on my assassin that was level 88 that ripped. Rest in peace to her. She also had a fortitude. She had an CA for an insight, so that was great. My merc was OP, but I ripped it. That was all my fault. And then we have 220 gloves here. This could be better, of course, but again, I don't care about resistance. It really means nothing in cows. And we have a spirit right here, 27%. Who really cares about the faster cast rate? Now, where do I make my bread and butter with this character is going to be the silk weaves right here, because these give me 5 to mana after each kill, and the mantled ring. Yeah, and I know usually the mantled, nobody gives a crap about mantled, but the combination of these is absolutely amazing. When you're throwing your lightning fury in the cows, you have such a mana issue, but between these two and spirit giving me more mana, I have no issues whatsoever. I don't need to use insight on my merc or anything. That I have a raven right here that just gave me some extra dex, which allowed me to get my titans a lot easier. And the enigma, if you're wondering, yes, there is a nerf. They actually don't have teleport anymore for enigma in Path of Diablo, because a lot of people complain about enigma's too OP. They think it's called warp. I don't even care about warp. The reason that I use the enigma is the 2 doll skills, 45% run walk, and the big one there is strength. Okay, so especially when you're using like a spirit monarch or something, I essentially add almost nothing into strength, and the enigma gives me pretty much everything we need. So I added like, I think 400 health, maybe even 500 health, just because of enigma. And of course, magic find based on character level, and we use a razor tail. For me, this is a must when I'm doing cows because of the piercing attack. Huge deal right there. For charms, we just got a bunch of resistance, just to add something, but I will replace all of these. We have a 34% Geeds, and I believe 1, 2, I have 3 skillers total. I think the other one is in my inventory, and just little things. 5 all resist there. I think I have a couple of those laying around. Like there's another one. I found all these charms myself. There's a 4% all resist. And yeah, I guess that's it as far as the character. Looking at our merc, we have a 5 open socket thresher. Unfortunately, it wasn't 4 open socket. I've tried 2 times now, and they were both 5 open socket threshers. But obedience is insane. 3,157 damage. That's without fortitude. If you got fortitude, oh my goodness, it's going to go through the roof. You don't really need to get a fortitude. I'll probably do it just to do it. A smoke rune word, which is a great entry level. I could, of course, upgrade that and get maybe like a treachery or something, but I don't care. Again, the cows are just so easy, it doesn't really matter. You can get away with anything. We also have a steel skull, and this is just really for the life stolen per hit. It just helps him, and he really does not die. He has no issue with cows. I can throw him on top of 50 cows and he'll rip all of them one by one. We also found this today, which apparently is like the best in slot, so I've been told, for your merc. I'm going to try to sell it though, because again, my merc is so GG that I really do not need the best in slot helmet for him. This is a budget build, and I like to keep it budget. I don't plan on putting too much into it. Again, I put the enigma on there. I might as well put the enigma on there just because I can run faster, but you don't need a lot of these things. If you've been watching my stream throughout the last 2 weeks, I started this. I think the entire build is probably a high rune or under for the whole thing, and it didn't have these items obviously, but it worked just as fine then, and it works just as fine now. Here's my 88 assassin who ripped. Today I ripped a 69 sork, but who really cares? It's only level 69. It really means nothing. I've also ripped a level 86 assassin. I've ripped a level 78 68 assassin, a level 70 Amazon, and this one. So yeah, I've made a lot of mid-ish, higher level 80 characters, and they've all died except for this one so far is still alive, so we're doing all right in that aspect. I have a lot of mules here. I'm not going to go through all the items and everything, but there's some decent finds in there. All right, so now let's get into how this ladder reset has been. It has been awesome. This has been one of the best ladder resets that I've had in my entire life since I was a kid, and I mean, I really mean that. It's been great. There's so many people streaming it. The hardcore community, like I said, is just so massive. This is my first time playing the end game of Path of Diablo, and I am freaking loving it. If you like Path of Exile at all, if you like the end game of Path of Exile, or if you just want some more content, you like the original Diablo 2 with some extra end game content added at the end, this is the game for you. You know, especially if you're one of those guys that think, man, I wish Path of Exile was more like Diablo 2, or maybe Diablo 2 would do things from Path of Exile. This is a great crossover, and you will not regret it. Trust me on that. The community is so supportive. They've been awesome. The very beginning, the first day of ladder was a little bit bumpy. There was a lot of people who got to start in front of us. For example, I think some of the first people that finished, they were like 2-hour head start over me and like probably half of the population. So that was a bummer. I wish that I could have started and competed. I know I wouldn't have been able to beat like the speed runners or anything, but I wanted to compete and just see how fast I could be. So the 2-hour delay really did suck, but it is what it is at this point in the ladder. It doesn't really matter. I wouldn't be able to compete for the level 99 competition anyways. But the cool thing is about Path of Diablo, the first, or the I guess the top level, the first 5 people to get 99 or whatever it happens to be for your class will get an achievement award that will permanently be on your character. I don't know how it looks. I've never seen it, but that's such a great concept that you always have like this award that says like, I got 4th place on a ladder overall for my character, or I got 3rd place, right? And there's a lot of people playing this. And I mean, we're approaching the 3rd week now. I think we're just now getting into the 3rd week as of today, my time, something like that. And there's still 1,400 people always playing, at least 1,000, and I see upwards of 2,000 on a Friday night, a Saturday night. They're still going. You know, that's very rare. Of course, it used to be like 3,000 or closer to 3,000 for the first day. It's very common for a couple people to stop playing, but I'm just so shocked at how many people are still playing. You know, it's great. There's so much to do. There's so many new characters to experience. Of course, it's the same characters you know, but there's so many new builds, and there's very few added skills, which is what I really like about it. It's still things like Hydra is viable again, Frozen Orb is viable again, Guided Arrow, like the bow is on, Whirlwind, Fist of Heavens, like a lot of these original skills that everybody loves that Blizzard nerfed for whatever reason are back. You know, the Summon Necro's good, Corpse Explosion's good again because they did nerf it in a previous patch for Path of Diablo, so that's great that that's back. They even have this thing I believe is called Dissipate, and you can create your own corpse, right, for your necromancer. So if there's no corpses around, Path of Diablo created it. You make like this green circle, and that's a corpse, and you explode them like that. And it's a little bit weaker than the original corpse of like a body, but still really awesome. Like Blizzard could have done something like that. They added in this awesome skill for Amazon, which I'm about to show you right now. It is called Phase Run for the Amazon. It's essentially burst of speed for the Amazon. Such a great addition. It's so subtle. It's just an amazing thing. What they did was they took out a lesser used skill. I don't remember what used to be here, but they replaced it with something much better. Now, unlike burst of speed, it only lasts, let's see, for me it's 9.8 seconds at my level. You could get it higher obviously, but it's great. It's just such a great thing that they've done. You can see pretty much all the skills in Path of Diablo are the original skills. You know, they might replace 1 or 2 things, but that's because they're not very commonly used. Nobody cares about them, right? And they just replace them with other better, more useful, improved skills, which I think everybody can appreciate. What's really fascinating about this ladder is, again, since I'm so new to Path of Diablo, it's so fresh. You know, I know that every 6 months, just the same way that Path of Exile does it, you're going to get new content. I love that. You can finally be excited for like a new patch. You know that something fresh is coming out, a new skill, maybe a new zone, maybe a new boss. I'm not saying that every single patch there'll be new bosses, but 100% there's going to be something different. They're going to rearrange something like an old skill that everybody loves or something that people don't use, and they say, okay, how can we improve that? Like, that's an awesome thing, right? Especially as someone who's been playing since they were in 7th grade of Diablo 2 on and off. There's nothing to look forward to on Battle.net. It's literally the same experience constantly. You know what's going to be on the next ladder, and the one after that, and the one after that. So just the fact that you know that you're getting like a new patch constantly is just so awesome. And like I said, I am just so shocked at how many people are playing this ladder. It makes me feel so happy, right? I thrive off of other people's energies in the chat, man. They're always telling me, I found a bird today, I found this today, or hey, I'm in tier map 3. And like the Ubers, I have not done Ubers. It looks a lot harder. And then Diablo clone is insane. It's kind of like a World of Warcraft raid. Like when you fight him, it's not like how it is on Battle.net. You just see Diablo clone, just kick his ass. No, dude, like you have to do a lot. Again, I'm not quite there yet, but I've watched other people do it, and it's absolutely insane. There's like 3 people working together. Did you get Izul? They added Izul as like a prime evil inside of there, inside of Diablo clone, and you're just fighting like all these monsters. It's not just Diablo clone that you're fighting, and you have to work together as a team. It's just so epic to see, man. You don't see that ever in Diablo 2. So just such a refreshing experience of the same game that we all love. I know a lot of you keep asking, what is the difference between Path of Diablo and Median XL? Median XL is pretty much a brand new game. If you're looking for an entirely new experience, if you say, yeah, I used to love Diablo 2, but I really don't want to play it, it's too outdated for me, it's too old, Median XL is definitely for you. Absolutely, I recommend that. That'd be cool. However, if you love the original Diablo 2, if you play Diablo 2 for nostalgia, if it's a game that you love and you just wish that Blizzard would improve it just slightly, right? Little adjustments, maybe an expansion pack. In my opinion, that's essentially what Path of Diablo is. It's an expansion pack. It's just nice balance changes, quality of life changes, like extra or a larger stash, bigger inventory. You can see other people's gear. You have a nice loot filter that you can customize. You can change the colors of it. You know, you don't have to go that far, but that is an option. And there's just so many things that you can do that Blizzard could have easily done, but never did. If you like this video, make sure to hit a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it, and consider subscribing. We are almost at 8,000 subscribers, and I'm really excited about that. And the next step's going to be 9, and then 10,000. You know, we're just growing and growing and growing. I know I'm not making a lot of videos because I've just been live streaming so much, but we're going to get there eventually, guys. And make sure to check us out on our live stream, twitch.tv/DJWaters22. I try to stream like 7 or 8 hours a day. I fit it in with my family and their schedule, and we're just constantly playing ladder reset, man. Hit me up either in my Discord, which the link will be below. You can hit me up, like I said, on the stream. I'll try to rush people once I get my sorceress up. I don't really rush much with the Amazon. I'll kill something for you, but I'm not gonna like rush all the time with an Amazon. It's just so slow. It's kind of an injustice to most of you. I love every single one of you, man, and I hope to see you over there. Peace.